Welcome to the Footy Wrap Round 1. Incredible week. Paul Hogan, unfortunately, is not with us. He's in England for a couple of weeks, so jumping in is Mel. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Big footy fan?
No.
Oh, anyway. Round 1 is a hellish week, usually, for tipsters, and as it proved again this year. Some incredible results. I mean, I don't know about you, but my tips were horrible.
Mine are good. I got them done the other day in my hair.
I know. You say the only tips I'm interested in are the ones in my hair. If you just read it off there. We'll do it again. Incredible result, really. The three big winners for me were Essendon beating Adelaide, which I don't think anyone would have expected. The bottom two teams from last year winning, actually. Carlton beat Richmond, but that was a bit of a 0-0 draw. I don't really rate Carlton a huge chance this year. And West Coast proving that crime does pay by beating Sydney by 1 point. And the other result that was eye-catching was Port Adelaide going over to Fremantle to beat them over there. So everything's really chaotic at the moment.
Chaotic?
After all the turmoil that they faced in the pre-season, West Coast came out and beat last year's grand finalists again by 1 point. An incredible result that really does prove that crime does pay. You know what I mean? Because West Coast Ben Cousins was taking drugs and a few other players have been sort of...
Oh, is that what that was all about?
And, well, Ian Thorpe as well. Ian Thorpe apparently was taking drugs, so...
Maybe that's why he has big feet.
Maybe. He's on the chicken steroids. But really, that is incredible, because West Coast, without Embley and Cox, to come up with that result is quite amazing, wouldn't you say, Mel?
Sorry?
North Melbourne was so unlucky with Shannon Grant hitting the post from basically the top of the goal square in the last quarter and losing by less than a kick to Collingwood. But Dean Laidley still under fire from Wayne Carey again this week.
Where do I know that name? Wayne Carey.
Wayne Carey, he sort of left acrimoniously from North Melbourne a few years ago. So he came out and said that the Kangaroos...
But why acrimoniously?
Oh, he was having sex with his teammate's wife in the toilet at a barbecue. He's come out and said that Dean Laidley's aloof.
He's the breast fondler, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, allegedly, yeah. So he's called Dean Laidley aloof and arrogant.
But how can he point the finger when he was caught having sex in a bathroom with his best friend's wife?
That's quite a good point. The Speed Thrills team, Port Adelaide, just came up with an incredible result, beating Fremantle over there in the West. And Roden seems to be a bargain, kicked 3 goals for Port Adelaide, whom they picked up with their last draft pick. And they look like they've uncovered another superstar in Nathan Cracker, who had only a few touches, but they were very, very good. So Rex Hunt actually described Port Adelaide as more than just an itch in the underpants of other teams this season. What do you think about that?
Itch in the underpants?
Yeah.
Roden, goalposts, touches, words, they don't mean anything to me.
Oh, really? Well, are you not really... Do you not want to be here, or...?
Well, I just don't think AFL's really helping the world. We should do something more worthwhile.
Like a different podcast?
Well, like a mini podcast on carbon emissions, for example. That'd help the world. Hi, welcome to the Carbon Emissions Wrap. Today, we're going to be measuring how many carbon emissions are emitted whilst making a podcast. I'm Melanie, and this is my co-host, Jeff.
Hi.
If you look to the bottom of your screen today, you will see a ticker that will be measuring the amount of carbon emissions made. Things like lights, electricity, the camera itself.
Look, I want to put the drugs controversy to bed, but there was one small article in the paper again this week suggesting that a lot of players take caffeine. And caffeine's not actually something that's tested for in the AFL, so you can take as much caffeine as you want, as many cans of Coke or coffees as you want. But if you drink too much caffeine, it's really not good for you at all, is it?
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, I mean, but if you have excessive amounts, I mean.
No.
Yeah, but I think the big surprise, there's a lot of surprises in round 1, and I mean, just have a look at the ladder. I know it's only round 1, but the Brisbane Lions on top of the ladder, and I don't think anyone expected them to beat Hawthorn. I thought a lot of people thought they were going to be easy beats this year. I thought St Kilda were excellent, and they'll invite Nick Riewoldt back next week, I think, to play the Brisbane Lions. And as you know, Brisbane Lions, I mean, after what they did to Riewoldt last time he injured his shoulder, I mean, are you getting tired?
I didn't have my caffeine hit this morning.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. But adding Rewald to that side with an already powerful midfield, the St Kilda could also be a team that challenges for the premiership this year. And the Western Bulldogs didn't disappoint either. After being such an attacking, free-flowing team last year, they Ackermanis into the squad, and they were sensational against Geelong. So I just look forward to more of the same next week. I mean, everything's been thrown into utter chaos with some of these results, but I guess as the season goes on, we'll get more of an idea, Mel, about who's going to be where. So thanks for joining me. It's been sensational, and we'll see you next week.